For decades, the Pentagon and NATO planners operated on a single expensive assumption that air superiority is bought with stealth and billion-dollar centralized bases. They believed that in a high-intensity conflict, the richest air force would always win. But something just happened in the frozen wilderness of Scandinavia that has sent a shiver down the spine of every four-star general in Washington. During a recent classified evaluation, a small fleet of Swedish Saab Gripens didn't just participate, they dismantled the very doctrine NATO has spent trillions to build. They didn't use stealth, they didn't use massive carrier groups. Instead, they proved that in the chaos of a real war, the invincible F-35 might actually be a liability. NATO's greatest fear isn't a Russian missile, it's the realization that they've been building the wrong weapon for the wrong war. Today, we look at the Swedish breakthrough that has left the world in shock. The guerrilla jet. Most people see a fighter jet and think of speed. Sweden sees a fighter jet and thinks of survival. NATO doctrine relies on master bases, massive, vulnerable targets that an enemy can see from space. If those runways are hit, the F-35 becomes a very expensive paperweight. But the Gripen was designed for a guerrilla war in the skies. Imagine a jet that doesn't need a runway. During these recent exercises, the Gripen E demonstrated it could land on a 500-meter stretch of regular highway, be refueled and rearmed by a crew of just 6, most of whom were conscripts, not PhD engineers, and be back in the fight in under 10 minutes. While a NATO base is burning, the Gripen is operating from a gas station in the middle of a forest. This is distributed lethality, and it's a logistical nightmare for any adversary. You can't hit what you can't find. The network that shocked the Pentagon. But it's not just about where it lands, it's about how it talks. The US F-35 uses the MAZL system, a brilliant but rigid network. If the central command is jammed or a satellite is blinded, that network can struggle. Sweden, however, has been perfecting data link technology since the 1950s. In simulated combat against aggressor squadrons, the Gripens operated in total radio silence. They shared targeting data between each other using a revolutionary peer-to-peer network that NATO planners didn't believe was possible at this scale. One Gripen could keep its radar off, staying invisible, while receiving a crystal-clear picture of the enemy from a wingman miles away. When the kill happened, the enemy never even saw the missile coming. This isn't just technology, it's a shift in the philosophy of air war. The $10,000 nightmare. Now, let's talk about the number that truly keeps Lockheed Martin executives awake at night. $10,000. That is the estimated cost to fly a Gripen for 1 hour. Compare that to the F-35, which can soar past $36,000 or even $44,000 depending on the variant. War is a game of math. In a prolonged conflict, attrition is inevitable. If a nation can fly 4 Gripens for the price of 1 F-35, who wins? Sweden has proved that smart is better than expensive. By offering this jet to nations like Canada, Thailand, and Brazil, Sweden is quietly breaking the U.S. monopoly on high-end air power. NATO feared this because it creates strategic autonomy. If you own a Gripen, you don't need to ask Washington for permission to update your software or change your missiles. You own your defense. The NATO internal crisis. Now, with Sweden now officially in NATO, the tension has moved inside the house. For years, the U.S. has pressured allies to buy the F-35 to ensure interoperability. But now, frontline states like Finland and Poland are looking at the Swedish model of road bases and easy maintenance and asking, are we too fragile? Internal reports suggest that in day-one conflict with a peer adversary, up to 60% of traditional NATO airframes could be grounded due to logistical failures or runway strikes within the first 48 hours. The Gripen, however, would still be at 90% readiness. This isn't a theory anymore. It's been proven in the field. And the Pentagon is panicking because they cannot easily downgrade their complex systems to match this ruggedness. The conclusion: the new era. The world is in shock, not because Sweden built a super weapon, but because they proved that the super weapon era might be over. The Gripen didn't win by being more invisible, it won by being more persistent. It proved that in the next Great War, the survivor won't be the one with the biggest budget, but the one who can keep fighting after the lights go out. As air combat evolves toward AI and drone swarms, the Gripen is the perfect mothership, rugged, cheap, and independent. The message to the Pentagon is clear. The monopoly is broken. The sky belongs to the smart. What do you think? Is the age of the billion-dollar stealth fighter over, or is the Gripen just a niche player in a much larger game? Let us know in the comments. This is Insight Edge 360. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the technology shaping our future. We'll see you in the next mission.